Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to have you here. And today we're going to talk about setting up your Facebook so that you can get the most interaction. And I just want to welcome everyone here um, today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Angela Gurley. I've been in and out of network marketing for the last several years. And part of the reason for that is that I have a really large family. I am a mom of 8. So you can see behind me that my dining room no longer needs wallpaper because I have so much kids' art. And so the reason I'm able to do this hangout with you today is my youngest, who will be 5 next month, got to start school about a week and a half ago. And so I've been wanting to do webinars for a while, but just always a little bit of a challenge with my interaction with my daughter. And at night, of course, with a large family, my home's kind of always loud. So I just wanted to come hang out with you guys. And I'm going to show you. This is the first picture that my daughter brought home from school. She was so excited. She pulled it right out of her bag when she got off the bus. So um, what I want to do right now is talk to you a little bit about your Facebook profile. And I'm sorry, I'm going to refer to notes, being that this is my first webinar. I am, of course, it's kind of like a first date, right? That you are a little nervous and you're very excited to do that. So I just want to make sure that I bring out all the points that I think are really important for you. So go ahead and grab a pen and paper if you want to take a few notes, but the replay, you can watch it again. So I brought my favorite shake with me, my health shake, so that I can keep up the energy here. And so let's just get into it a little bit. So it's really important to have your Facebook, your profile page set up correctly. And it's a first impression that people get of you. And you've heard the saying, there's really not a second time to make a good first impression. So and I'm sure you've seen Facebook pages. You may have some friends that their page is all about their company. And if you see another candle or weight loss product, or even one of those wrap things, and I'm not saying that any of those are bad, but some people just take it a little too far, that their profile page, it just becomes about their company and it doesn't become about them. And so I can tell you that just is a bunch of noise to me, and I kind of filter it out. Or typically, um, if someone's approaching me to connect with me, I usually don't really want to too much, because I'm not looking to have my newsfeed filled up with people who may be doing that. So if you're doing that, now's a great time to stop that, because your family and friends are probably getting tired of seeing all of that. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that you can do to boost your interaction with people, starting even today. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm sorry, I don't have chat on because I just don't want it to be a distraction right now. If you do have questions, I'm going to show you in just a moment a Facebook group that I've set up for this series of webinars. And even to go into the future, I'm going to be sharing some other great tools and tips for you in there. So you'll want to join. And if you know of any friends that you think some of this information would be helpful to, please share that with it, because it's not going to be a spammy group. I'm looking to share information amongst ourselves that will help somebody. Maybe somebody will find a cool tip about Facebook or one of the other social medias, because not every, Facebook may not fit you for how you want to market. So, pardon me. So you want to figure out what that is for you. So, but first, let's go ahead. I'm going to screen share. So I will be away. I won't be able to see what's going on except for on my screen. So let's go over here. And I'll screen share. All right, so this is a group that I created on Facebook, and if you would like to join to be able to ask questions, I already have, there are a few people already there. So it's called While the Kids Are Out. So that was kind of the theme of my series, and I've been brainstorming a little bit, you know, what can I do while the kids are out? So if you please go over and ask to be added, and I'd be happy to do that. All right, so let's go over here now to my profile page. Excuse me. Now, like I said, this is the first place people come and see about you. Now, your profile picture. If you have anything other than a picture of you or a picture of you with your dog or your kids, you will want to change that to a picture of you, because this is about you. And this gives people a first look into you. So you want to make your profile picture something that represents you. Now, your cover photo. As you can see, here's a picture of my kids. We just took this past December. I hadn't had one for a little bit, and with my oldest at college now, it can be, and them just being all over the place, it can be a challenge to get a picture of all of them. So in your cover picture, it shouldn't be about your company either. It should be lifestyle, anything that represents you, maybe a quote that represents you, or even share a cool image with mindset or vacation, you know, a group of pictures that represents you. Next thing you want to do is go in and check out your profile. So hold on just one second. So we want to go into settings. Okay, so your account name, you can kind of change that once or twice, but usually your username and all that is the same. Oops, I'm sorry. Give me just a second. So you want to go into about. I'm sorry, that's where I want to go. So you want to go into your about, and you want to try to fill in as much of this information as possible. Now, there might be some things that you don't want to share, but the more you do, the better it is, because someone may see something on your profile that says, hey, I want to get to know them. So like, I'm from Virginia, and I've pretty much been in Virginia my whole life. So, and pretty much in this area. But someone said, I visited Virginia when I was a kid. I went and to Monticello. How far are you from that? Well, actually, Monticello's in my backyard, and we could start a whole conversation on a commonality like that. Maybe somebody studied at the University of Virginia, and they now live, you know, in California or whatever. And so that might be something that they see that's a commonality for them. Now, you can also enter in your basic information. Now, you decide what you want to have in there. And you can, you know, have your relationships and any life events you may have, some different things on a timeline. You can enter, of course, as much or as little as you want. Now, let's go talk about how you have your account. And I'm going to go back to settings because I went there before. So this is where you want to kind of set up so that you can see who can see your stuff and who can interact with you. Now, one thing I wanted to add is when you are filling out your profile, quality over quantity can make a big difference. So you just want to be able to fill that out for connections. So now here, we want to take a look at who can see our stuff. So I've got some general stuff set up here for my area. Now, privacy is where we go and set up for who can see what you're posting. Now, you can change this depending on what you are doing. You can have it set up to public or only your friends or only me. And when you go in to do a post, you actually can choose any of these options. I have a few more options based on things that I've done or things that I've filled out in my profile. And when I connect actually with people, I add them to my online, because I have in my page a lot of friends and family that aren't really into network marketing. And if there was something that I really wanted to share, a tip or something like that, that I wanted to make sure they could, that they didn't really need to see, I can change it to a group that I created. Now, you can have it set up that anybody can contact you. And then I have it currently set up who can look me up. I have friends of friends. Now, I may want to change that to everyone, but right now, based on a tip from another marketer, that's how I have that set up. And then anybody can kind of look you up through a phone number. So in your marketing, I know on my website, I have my phone number there. So someone could potentially put my phone number in on Facebook and look me up from my website if they weren't able to easily find me. And who knew there are a lot of Angela girlies on Facebook when I was trying to set that up. So that way, that would be another way you can look up somebody. So if you have a phone number, you can look them up. Now, timeline and tagging. So I don't allow just anybody to post on my timeline. I allow friends to that I'm connected with to share stuff with me. So usually someone who's a friend is someone that I've either had like a small conversation or had a little interaction with them. And we can talk about that a little bit on how to connect with other people. But I only allow friends to post. And then there have been times where people will start spamming my wall with their business posts, and that's something you definitely don't want to tag 30 friends to share your business. And so usually what I do is remove the tag, and I usually send them a message and say, hey, don't do that. And if they continue to do that or don't if it's not something I'm connected with, then I usually just block them, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. I don't usually ask to review the post, because a lot of times people are like, hey, this is I want to share about a bunch of cool friends, and so that way it can just go up, and it's great interaction. Now, who can see the post you've been tagged in? Friends of friends. So these are people, friends I've connected with, and then their friends can see. And this is a great way to get some other interaction. I have met a lot of people through their friend, from my friends. I've met their friends, and so sometimes, it's not the friend that but it's who they know that can be some of the best people that you connect with. So having friends of friends be able to comment on your stuff, it gives you the opportunity to interact with more people and have more people interact with you as well. Now, I allow just my friends, not friends of friends, to see who is who, when someone tags me, they can see it, because you can have it be only you, in that, or you can custom a group. So if it's only you, then you might miss out on some interactions. Now, blocking. Now, I want to tell you, there are some people, and these are some of the people actually that would tag me, or just had stuff that was inappropriate on their wall. Like, I met someone, someone was inappropriately adding content to his wall, and I shared with him how to remove it. But I am a mom of 8, and I could not take the risk. I unfriended him, and then I just went ahead and blocked him, so he can't send me another friend request, because I just couldn't have the opportunity to have something inappropriate necessarily show up in my timeline from them. So, or either some of these people have been like a little harassing, and so you know, at any time you can just hit the unfriend, and then I suggest, that if they're just really, have been pushy or out there, just block them, and then you don't have to worry about them anymore. Now, here you can set, if you speak more than English, you can set up some different translations and be able to share with others. Your notifications. I like to, there's particular things I want to see right away. I have this set up, I only have important notifications come to my email, because I don't want my, if everything came to my email, it would just blow it up. So I want to kind of keep that limited. And then I want all notifications on, and then sounds, because there's sometimes, someone you've been messaging with, and maybe there's a lull, and you want to be able to get back with them. So having the sound turned on, it will notify you that you have a message, or maybe there is a posting in a group that you've been waiting for as well. So you want to make sure you do that. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is probably one of the most important things that a lot of people miss. And this is the follow button. Now, you've probably seen some people's profile page where it just has, send them a message and send them a friend request. And that's the only interaction that you can do. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that they are leaving some interactions on the table. There may be some top marketers that have already reached their 5,000 limit, but may want to connect with them. And the only way they can connect with them is to follow them. And then that way they can see your stuff. So if you have the follow button on, someone else can see what you post. Now, sometimes people may not want to send a friend request yet. So maybe there's times when you might not want to send a friend request yet. Maybe you want to feel somebody out, see what their posts are like, and interact with them a little bit to to be able to see if it's someone you want to, go into a deeper connection with. So right here, you can have friends can follow you, which usually that happens. You've probably seen when you friend, or friend with someone, a follow button actually pops up. So you'll have it either on your profile, and one will go on theirs too. But if you set it to everybody, and I'm going to show you why that's so important, but not today. I've got a few videos I'm going to share in the While the Kids Are Out group that are on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to show you why that button to be able to get max interaction is so important. Now, who can comment on my public post? Friends of friends. Like I said, I want to be able to have my reach go beyond just my friends. So I'm also getting to meet, and they're seeing some of the things that I'm posting on there. And then notifications from everybody. And you can add your Twitter account, which is really cool. So some of your Twitter information can come over and it looks like that is something, because I have not long ago set up a Twitter account, so that's something. Thankfully, looking through this with you guys is something that I'll need to do. Now, there's a lot of other things here, but they don't really add to your interaction on Facebook. So for right now, we are not going to go into that. So I'm going to go back actually to my page, and I want to show you a couple of other things here. So this is one of the first things people see when they come on your page. Now, the intro is a great thing to have, but it's not really necessary. And I actually waited when they first added that to Facebook. I waited for a little bit before I added that to mine, because I really wanted to make sure it said what I wanted it to say about me. So I think, make sure you know what that is, what you want to say, because again, you're making a first impression. Now here, this is the other thing. At the where you work or what you do, don't make that be about your company. Make that be make that be about your about you, because anything that you do, it's about you. So make sure that you have it be about you. Now, mine goes to my Facebook page. You can have it go to a web page, but mine goes to my fan page. So definitely do not make your profile page about your company. It's about you. So now, what are the kinds of things that you can post on here to get more engagement? So I did share about my first webinar. I had a picture that I put together. I wanted to share some information. I shared this from actually my fan page. And sometimes people share great stuff that you just think would be helpful or great for other people. So this was actually something someone else shared. And I just thought this was great. I'm looking to have my family be more healthy, and having a large family, any way that I can save a few dollars by regrowing vegetables, I think that would be helpful to people that are my audience. So family lifestyle stuff, things that help other people. Mindset is a great thing to share. So if you're reading a great book and there's something that you find that may help somebody else, share that. Maybe tips, and I just find, when you can share a lot of fun. I was gonna try to go see. I posted a couple cute videos. This one is just some family fun that I shared. My daughter decided that if she had $100, her response was she would get a box of chocolate and she'd also get a doll. And those are the kinds of things that you want to share, because other people can interact. Because you can see right here, I got a couple comments, but I got a lot of people that like that. So it's really important to just share those types of things that that can just get other people interacting with you. And by sharing that, somebody else may say, oh, I have a 6-year-old too. So I'd like to talk to her and understand more about what she does. So one of the big things, and I'm going to come back actually to talk to you about this. All right, so I want to come back and talk to you about this. Now, your profile page is a place where you share positive, uplifting stuff. Now, what's really important is that you understand this is not a place for negativity. It's not a place for calling other people out. It's not a place for airing your dirty laundry. Those are kinds of things that you want to keep private, share with your best friend or mom or whoever. But if you are sharing those kinds of things, people aren't going to want to interact with you. You've got to raise your energy a little bit to cut through all the noise that's out there to be able to draw people to, because that's what you're really looking to do, is you're looking to find those people who are looking for you and draw them to you. And so if I'm sharing how someone did something wrong to me, that I feel did something wrong to me, all over Facebook, that's going to turn a lot of people off. So you want to share a lot of positivity, uplifting, helpful things. So, and just make sure it's not a space for you to go do a spamma-jamma with your business opportunity. You want to make sure that you are sharing great stuff. So, again, I just wanted to let you know that if you have questions or you would like to, please go over to While the Kids Are Out Facebook page and share any questions. I am actually going to be sharing some of those videos on how you can go start to meet new people through attraction marketing to be able to get more interaction on your fan page. So if you want more interaction on your, your Facebook page, if you want more interaction on your Facebook page, then you need to be the kind of person that goes and interacts with other people as well. So I'm going to share those videos with you. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for coming today and sharing in my first ever training. And I will see you next Thursday. This is the first of a series of 4. So I'll see you next Thursday as I share a little bit more about Facebook.